Alert 60 plus. Your breakfast could be stealing your energy. I'm going to show you 13 you should never eat and 13 that will give you vitality. Have you ever felt held hostage by that never-ending tiredness, especially after 60? For a long time, I also believed it was just the weight of age, until I discovered a secret that few people talk about regarding our first meal of the day. Imagine being able to unlock a level of energy you thought was a thing of the past. Sound too good to be true? The truth is, there are silent villains in breakfast. Foods that many of us consume, thinking they're harmless, but are in fact stealing our vitality day after day. But the good news is that for every one of these energy thieves, there's a smart swap, a powerful breakfast that can truly transform your mornings and give you that pep that makes all the difference. In this video, I'm going to show you the complete list, the energy thieves you need to avoid, and the ones that will become your greatest allies for a life with more get up and go and well-being. Want access to this valuable information and start feeling the difference? Then watch until the end, and if you want more secrets like this to live better, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and give it a like, because what I share here can change your day-to-day life.
These are the breakfasts you should never eat. Among morning choices, the most common ones tend to be the least beneficial. Pay close attention to the following breakfast alternatives and steer clear of them if you aim for a day full of vigor and robust health. First item, sugary cereals. If you enjoy starting your day with a bowl of sweetened cornflakes, colorful loops, chocolate puffs, or any other variation of processed cereal, reconsider. Such cereals are made with depleted flours, so they don't offer dietary fiber and cause a very high and rapid glucose spike in your bloodstream. Absorbing this dose of glucose early in the morning might offer an instant energy peak due to the sugar rush. However, in moments, you'll experience a sharp drop in your energy, and fatigue and mental fog will appear in the first hours of the day. This occurs because of the work the body does to remove sugar from the bloodstream and direct it to the cells. And there's more. If the cells can no longer absorb glucose, it converts into fat that accumulates in abdominal adipose tissue. In short, breakfast cereals are basically sugar that drains your vitality and increases your weight. The worst part is that milk won't help much against so much glucose, and as cereals are poor in protein, you'll be consuming empty calories right when you wake up. Second item, processed meats. It's tempting and quite tasty, we understand, but breakfasts based on processed meats like ham, sausage, and bacon shouldn't be part of your morning menu. Such items provide a large amount of sodium and harmful fats. Additionally, to prepare them, we often fry them in modified vegetable oils, adding more detrimental fats and thus increasing the level of bad cholesterol, body swelling, and paving the way for persistent illnesses like high blood pressure, heart dysfunctions, excess weight, inflammatory processes, among others. Likewise, these foods don't offer a significant volume of protein. Mostly, they deliver more fat than other essential nutrients, making their caloric density extremely high for their reduced nutritional contribution. Third item, white bread. Bread figures as another popular morning choice, but also one of the most inadvisable. Bread, in all its wheat variations, except for whole grain, is produced with refined flours, so it doesn't deliver fiber or protein, only a high concentration of starches that convert into sugar upon being assimilated by your body and that extremely rapidly raise your glycemic indexes. Routinely having bread for breakfast is simply a way to increase the danger of obesity, high triglycerides, type 2 diabetes, heart problems, persistent inflammation, among other health complications. The most serious thing is that they don't offer you the nutrients and energy you need to compensate for a night's caloric expenditure, nor all the vigor you need to face the morning period. They only deliver empty calories that will promptly cause an energy drop. Fourth item, Flavored or sweetened coffees. If you want coffee in the morning, always prefer plain coffee, without sugar and without additions like whipped cream. Also avoid coffee mixtures with flavors and all the sweet and tempting alternatives from your favorite coffee shop. Coffee is just coffee. Any other taste or ingredient added introduces extra doses of sugar and harmful fats that are not beneficial for you. Such excess sugar quickly transforms into high triglycerides, belly fat, and an increased risk of chronic diseases. The worst part, again, is that the extra sugar dose will nullify all of coffee's stimulating property, as your body needs to remove all the sugar from circulation, leaving you without vigor and with a cloudy mind. If you truly need a morning boost, drink only plain coffee. Fifth item, strained fruit juices. Yes, they sound healthy, but they aren't. Fruit juices deliver only the liquid from the fruit, but not its fiber. This causes its caloric and glucose density to rise, rapidly increasing your glycemic index and leading to the same harmful cycle of glucose peak and decline that leaves you listless. Additionally, fruit juices can contribute to weight gain and metabolic disorders. Consider that industrialized juices are considerably worse than fresh ones, as they contain excessive doses of added sugars, additives, and often very little fruit. Sixth item, muffins and bakery treats. From a simple muffin or cupcake to a donut, the well-known French croissants, waffles, or bagel-type buns, all baked, soft, and sweet treats, are just a worse version of eating white bread. Such items are made with refined wheat flours, devoid of fiber, and with added sugars and trans fats, which classifies them as hypercaloric foods, poor in nutrients. They raise your blood glucose level, cause a sugar spike and insulin shock, suck your energy, and increase abdominal fatty tissue. Moreover, after consuming one of these, you'll surely seek another, as it's a vicious cycle you enter, since, when the energy drop passes, you'll feel the need for more instant energy and will go for another, and so on until lunch. Avoid consuming these types of foods and prefer sources of genuine nutrition and real energy calories like proteins. Seventh item, cereal bars. If you judge that the quick alternative of a cereal bar is positive, you're mistaken. Cereal bars provide even more empty calories than breakfast cereals because they have a higher concentration of added sugars. They are also devoid of fiber, even if the packaging claims otherwise. Having these products for breakfast only adds sugar to your circulation, fat to your adipose tissue, triglycerides, and worst of all, it doesn't deliver effective energy, nor fruits, nor any nutrients. Eighth item, coffee with plant-based milk. Consuming coffee with plant-based milk for breakfast is equivalent to ingesting extra doses of sugar, as most brands of plant-based milks found in coffee shops and even in supermarkets contain added sugars. This makes your coffee less beneficial than you think. If you enjoy coffee with almond milk or other plant-based alternatives, carefully examine the labels to ensure they don't have added sugars, and, in your coffee shop, ask if the plant-based milk already comes sweetened. Ninth item, store-bought granola. Off-the-shelf granola can be as harmful as breakfast cereals, as they are packed with added sugars that not only enhance their taste, but also prolong their shelf life. Additionally, these granolas often contain dried fruits, whose sugar content is also considerably high. Unfortunately, having these types of granola for breakfast causes your body to react similarly to breakfast cereal. It raises blood glucose, causes immediate lack of energy, contributes to weight gain and chronic diseases. 10th item, breakfast sandwich. Starting the day with a bakery sandwich or one from your usual coffee shop, or even with a homemade sandwich, represents an empty calorie bomb and a risk to your health. These foods group all the components you should avoid for breakfast: white bread, trans fats, processed meats, processed cheeses high in sodium and fats, excess salt, unhealthy sauces, and a gigantic caloric intake. We can say it's similar to devouring a hamburger only for breakfast. And no, the extra lettuce leaf and tomato slice will not mitigate its negative impact. Consuming such a sandwich for breakfast will give you an energy peak that will vanish as quickly as it appeared. It will also increase the risk of heart problems, metabolic disorders, persistent inflammation, among others. 11th item, shakes or smoothies. They sound healthy with their combination of fruits and vegetables, but they aren't. Shakes or smoothies are a way of ingesting large amounts of fruit without their fiber, meaning you're just consuming high volumes of sugar for a very reduced intake of vitamins and minerals. We recall that both vegetables and fruits lose their fiber when processed in a blender. Additionally, to fill a 250 ml, about 8.5 oz glass, several generous portions of different fruits and vegetables are needed, meaning the sugar concentration is higher than if you just ate the whole fruit. Try this. Put all the components of your favorite smoothie on your plate and eat them. You'll notice that the fiber intake will prevent you from finishing everything, as it will bring satiety, which doesn't happen with the juice or shake. Moreover, it will be considerably more beneficial to eat the fruit than just to drink its extract. 12th item, flavored, fat-free yogurt. Yogurt is beneficial as long as you consume it whole and with all its fat, like Greek-style yogurt. However, flavored, low-fat yogurts are not healthy, as they deliver a high concentration of sugars. To remove fat from yogurt and keep it palatable, producers add sugar. This gives it a creamy texture and makes its consumption more pleasant. To camouflage the excess sugar, artificial fruit flavors are added that are far from real fruits. So, you not only consume a large portion of sugar with each yogurt, but also lose the nutrients that a portion of fresh fruit could offer. The worst part, calories are higher in these types of yogurt, along with the additional glucose load in the bloodstream, whose mechanism you already know. 13th item, processed protein shakes. If you exercise, it's common to consume protein shakes. But be cautious with ready-to-drink shakes, those you just open and consume. Despite promising wonders, these shakes are mere industrialized juices, full of added sugars, no fiber, and very little protein. If you want to provide protein to your body for breakfast, it will always be healthier to ingest it in the form of food or prepare your own shakes at home. 13 breakfasts that revitalize your body. If you can't consume the usual, what can you then? Next, we present the breakfasts that actually deliver nutrition and promote your health. First item, eggs. Eggs are a precious source of excellent quality. Protein, so including them in breakfast ensures pure energy, low caloric content, and stimulates muscle fiber formation. Additionally, eggs are one of the rare sources of vitamin D and choline, two crucial elements for cell constitution and performance, calcium absorption in bones, muscle activity, and mood balance. The best part is that eggs are adaptable and simple to prepare, whether boiled, scrambled, poached, or in an omelet. Any arrangement is viable, nutritious, and tasty. Second item, Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt is another great alternative for breakfast. It's produced by straining whey and other fractions from milk curd, resulting in a thicker, protein-rich yogurt. A serving of this yogurt gives you 25 grams of protein and only 149 calories, making it a very interesting choice if you aim for high protein consumption. Additionally, having protein for breakfast provides genuine energy to the body, which isn't dissipated by insulin action, but is directed to the muscles to generate energy and develop muscle fibers, which also allows you to have more vigor for your daily activities. Another benefit of Greek yogurt is its content of friendly bacteria, like bifidobacteria, which help maintain intestinal flora and consequently provide better digestive health and optimize nutrient absorption. Third item, black coffee. Coffee offers antioxidants and essential minerals for health. Also, due to its stimulating property, it makes you feel more awake and alert from the start of the day. However, remember that you should opt for black coffee without sugar to enjoy these advantages. Additionally, consuming coffee generates an effect that speeds up the metabolism in the body, helping to optimize the system and burn a few extra calories during the morning. The best part is that coffee without added sugars or other substances is calorie-free. Undoubtedly a fantastic choice to consume at any time. Fourth item, oatmeal. Oatmeal is a common and beneficial breakfast alternative. It consists of a whole grain that can optimize your energy performance from the morning due to its fiber and slow absorption carbohydrate content, which generates satiety and prevents glucose from being released abruptly into circulation. Likewise, oatmeal is a source of minerals like zinc, magnesium, manganese, iron, selenium, and B vitamins, which promote better overall health. Additionally, it also delivers protein, approximately 10 grams per serving of cooked oatmeal. Just remember that for your oatmeal to be fully healthy, you should select whole, rolled, or steel-cut oats. Avoid instant and sweetened or artificially flavored oats, as their sugar concentration increases. Fifth item, chia seeds. Chia seeds are abundant in soluble fiber, omega-3 fatty acids, and minerals, but their main asset is their fiber content, which creates a kind of gelatinous substance, helping to slow down digestion, thus controlling blood glucose release and providing prolonged satiety. Chia seeds are consumed after prior hydration and can be added to various foods, such as your portion of oatmeal or Greek yogurt, a shake, or a salad. Sixth item, berries. Berries are a great breakfast choice, whether you consume them as an isolated breakfast portion or to complement other dishes. These small fruits provide vitamin C, antioxidants, and also have antibacterial properties, thus optimizing cell health, preventing illnesses, reducing inflammation, and stimulating the defense system's reaction. Additionally, by consuming the fruits, you receive their fiber content, which improves digestive health, increases satiety, and mitigates glucose release into circulation. Seventh item, cottage cheese. Cottage cheese is a derivative of milk whey, so it has a high protein content but is very low in fat. It also has a low sodium content. In a serving of cottage cheese, you can find 24 grams of protein. This benefits energy and muscle strength, reduces appetite, and helps promote better heart health. The best part is that it has very few calories, only 180 kilocalories per serving, which also means an aid in the weight loss journey. Eighth item, whole wheat toast. Whole wheat bread is a superior breakfast choice compared to white bread, as it provides fiber and crucial minerals for health. Its fiber content causes glucose release to be slower, so it doesn't raise your glycemic index. Sliced and toasted, whole wheat bread can be served with eggs, a bit of fish like tuna, or topped with avocado. As long as the accompaniment is healthy, the goal will be achieved. Ninth item, nuts. Nuts and seeds are another excellent alternative for breakfast, especially walnuts, almonds, and cashews. These foods deliver protein, omega-3 fatty acids, fiber, and essential minerals for cell health and body function. In fact, nuts aid cognitive function, cell development, offer protection against oxidative damage, improve lipid levels, and do not raise blood glucose levels. You can add nuts to your breakfast very easily. Just consume a handful or crush them and add them to your yogurt, oatmeal, or salads. 10th item, green tea. Consuming an infusion of unsweetened green tea with breakfast will help optimize your hydration, stimulate fat and calorie burning, protect cells due to its antioxidant content, and reduce the risk of chronic illnesses. Besides, it's very simple to prepare and can offer you a sensation of serenity and peace to start the day in a relaxed manner. 11th item, protein powder shakes. If time for breakfast is scarce, you can resort to protein shakes. There are many alternatives on the market, and they are very simple to make. Just add water or milk to a container. Put the recommended dose of protein powder, mix well, and consume. If you wish to include another component, you can blend it with a banana, a portion of avocado, or some vegetable. Ingesting a protein shake will help sustain energy and nutrition without being late for your commitments or skipping breakfast. 12th item, fresh fruits. Eating fruits in the morning is a fantastic breakfast choice, especially if you consume a variety of fruits in one portion, like a fruit salad. Whole fruit retains its fiber, which mitigates glucose release. Additionally, they provide vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that will give a boost to your defense system. If consuming fruits seems very difficult or you don't have this habit, you can simply add a few pieces to your oatmeal, yogurt, or eat half a portion as a complement to your main dish. 13th item, spinach. Vegetables should also be part of your breakfast, and spinach is a perfect choice. It offers precious micronutrients, fiber, and is simple to add to any preparation. Sautéed with a bit of chicken, in a salad with tuna, in an omelet, or even in your protein shake. Spinach will help keep your glucose levels stable, lower cholesterol, promote cell health, and aid in weight management. Your energy level for the rest of the day, as well as your nutrition, depends on breakfast. Eating a healthy breakfast is synonymous with success. It improves your physical and mental health, aids in weight management, and prevents chronic metabolic and cardiac diseases. Unless you practice intermittent fasting, having a balanced breakfast daily can represent the great distinction between a day of low spirits and tension and one of full energy and disposition. We trust this material has been helpful. If you have anything to contribute, please share it with us in the comments section. Like this video and share the link with your loved ones and best friends so they also know the 13 breakfasts they should never consume. If you're new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms, which will be listed below in the description. Remember, life is always better when you take care of your health.